Hello and good day to you. Welcome, man. It's me, Andy, here and Talking Really. Thanks for coming back. Here's a new video. Basically, I did do a video a little while ago, that's maybe a couple of years ago, talking about how you can record your interview, and it's perfectly legal and above board to record your interview. Now, in that video, a long time ago, I advised that, well, the rules were different then. Basically, you would have to get your own recording equipment and have two recorders and then give them a copy of that. They did change the rules, and basically now the DWP should, in theory, in an ideal world, and yeah, we all know about ideal worlds, but basically they should record the interview if you ask. Now they probably won't do it as a matter of course. You have to request it. Now there is two ways of doing this. One is obviously you can just record it. It's perfectly legal. It's perfectly also perfectly legal to covertly record it. So if you've got your mobile phone or something in your bag or in your pocket, then you can just press record on it and record the entire interview. Now, I'll come back to that in a moment, but the other way that you could do is to request that they record your interview. You will need to do that before time. And I did say this in the other video, that you need to request it well in advance because they don't like being dropped on. They will need to acquire the equipment from somewhere and arrange it. So it's not video, you cannot record video. That's one thing to make sure, is it's just audio recording only. I forgot to say why it was important that if you want to do this, you should obviously ask their permission, in the terms of permission being that you want them to record the audio, rather than asking permission that you can do it, because you can do it anyway, regardless of whatever they say. However, if you do ask them to record it, then it does stop a delay. Now, if it's a mandatory reconsideration or tribunal, it could delay that tribunal or that reconsideration, because up to 6 weeks delay, because obviously they don't like the fact that you have done it or you have not asked permission, i.e. permission. So if you do want to do it and you don't want the hassle and you want to be able to have a less time if they do say no, the advice is to just contact them and say you'd like it recorded. And if they then say no, or you don't do it, or you find that when you turn up they haven't got it or it's broken, then you can still do your own recording. And I would recommend that you do that anyway, because it obviously they are going to lie, and if they're going to lie, then I mean they can make sure that the equipment is broken or not available or something like that. And if you're relying on them to record it for you just in case and they haven't got it, then you're going to be in trouble. So ask them. If they say no or whatever, then that's fine, just carry on doing it. And I would recommend that you do it anyway, record your own, because you have then the backup of that. Why is this important? Well, the problem is it's been proven that PIP assessors lie.
No way, dude.
They lie on your form, and therefore it creates problems for you when you come to a decision and they refuse you. It also can't be used if you go to mandatory reconsideration or even tribunal, even though the advice is that if you go to tribunal, the judge probably will not be bothered with any audio recording that you have. However, if they do ask for it, you have it. Because what they do in tribunals is actually go from scratch and look at the evidence of it, look at the paperwork that you had, and ask you questions about it. So it's very important that you bear that in mind, that you may need to go to court if you want to win this. 78-80% of people go to tribunal, they do win. So it's a good chance. So what can you do? Well, you can obviously get yourself a nice little recorder, or you can use your mobile phone, or you can ask them to record it for you. Because obviously PIP assessors, they do lie. And when we talk about the government talking about fraud, and it's 0.0%, that's actually fraud in PIP. It's very, very low. I mean, it's just unbelievably low. What they don't talk about is the fraud done by DWP assessors when they blatantly put down stuff that you did not say. So, for example, if you said that you couldn't do unassisted routes, for example, you can't find yourself from A to B without help, and they put down, they can do it, they can go anywhere, they can get any bus they like, and they can do that and the other. I mean, that's blatantly incorrect. But how do you prove it? Well, you need to have an audio recording, obviously taking out somebody with you as well, that they can witness it, but obviously then that is hearsay, unfortunately, because they can repeat what was said, but they can't actually physically prove what was said, even though they were there. It comes under hearsay, so they probably would ignore that. So the idea here is to protect yourself, and I actually had a case when I got transferred over. I was 2013-ish, somewhere around there. I had prepared myself for a battle, and it wasn't a slightly different case in the fact that I had a letter from them saying that they would get medical documents from my doctor. So I thought, yeah, all right, I'll go and check. So on the morning of I had pre-warned the surgery, but on the morning I went down and I asked for a quick letter from them confirming whether DWP had contacted them for any records, and unfortunately they hadn't. And I had this letter which I took in with me to my interview, and the first thing I did was, obviously, I said, obviously hello, as you do, and I presented this letter. I said, look, before we start, I need to advise you that I have checked to see if the DWP have done what they said. I've got the letter here saying that they will be getting my medical information, and they haven't. So I just want you to know that you are working from a low point of this, without information that you may need. So I just want you to pass it on. Oh, hello. Sorry to interrupt the video. Just to say that if you're interested in and keen to watch new episodes before they come out, the best way to do that is become a Patreon, and you can do that very simply. Just go to patreon.com/Andy Wright Online and sign up for a monthly donation, which can be as small as $5, which is hardly anything. If you think about it, you can probably get a cup of Costa coffee if you're lucky. But $5 a month will allow you access to all of the videos that I'm going to be bringing out in the next few months, and you will get them at least a week early, so you can entertain yourself with the new episodes. Sorry to bother you, but now back to the video. I felt very assertive and very in control of it, and obviously everything went through, and I got the maximum points, which was brilliant.
Points make prizes here, that's all I've got to say.
I think also the fact is that the assessor was a newbie. They were probably one of their first assessments that they've done. So that was good for me, because obviously I was able to have somebody that had no knowledge of what to do and what to lie about. But I did have somebody with me as well, so they were there. And also I did record it. But I didn't need it in the end, but I had it recorded on my phone, and that was even before the rules were allowing you to do that. So I did it anyway. I thought, what the heck? They're not gonna do me out of my PIP allowance. I've been on DLA for 20 odd years, so I mean, and I was really, really stressed out about it because I relied on my car to go to work. And if I didn't get the 12 points, then I would lose my car. And there were horror stories about people who had a car for years and they had to give their car back. And I was really, really worried about it. So this is a really good thing to do if you are having a PIP assessment. And don't forget, there are people out there who are going to be having reassessments. And it's all worthwhile. If you have a opportunity to record your interview, I do recommend that you do it. So that is the advice of myself and other people who are posting on various social media platforms. They're telling you about this sort of thing. So they are advising, get yourself a nice, well, you don't have to get yourself a specific recorder. Although I do have one. I have a audio recorder because obviously I make videos. And I could actually use that if I wanted to. The only problem with that is I need to make a copy of it and give them a copy of that. So that could present problems. But hey, you know, we'll overcome that when we get to it. But it does actually safeguard you from them lying, and blatantly lying is in some cases. So I hope that we found it useful, and of course don't forget commenting down below. Yeah, that's it from me. Have a very good day, and bye for now.